tell us how much debt you have?
I'm not in debt. I'm just paying things off.
You want to get that?
You have no idea. It's sold out online. Leave your phone at home.
It feels like everyone is buying more than ever. New cars, massive hauls, luxury vacations, all flexed online like it's normal. But behind the scenes, credit cards are maxed out, savings are gone, and debt is quietly exploding. Today, we're breaking down how overconsumption has become the default and why so many people are paying for it way more than they realize. And by the way, I'll be featuring some of your comments in today's video, so definitely make sure to leave one down below. Realizing that all this used to be money. Wow. You know, when you put it in that perspective, it's kind of freaky to see all the stuff that we've accumulated over the years and to lay it all out like that and say, hey, this was all money that I traded hours of my life for. Was it worth it? Whew, that is tough. It's 2026, guys. This is insane. Happy New Year's to everybody. We're going to have a lot to discuss and go over in today's video, but let's make it a New Year's resolution to look at all the stuff that we have in our apartment, house, condo, whatever it is, and say to ourselves, if we haven't used it in the past 3 to maybe 6 months, we don't need it. We're probably never going to use it. And just toss it out. If push comes to shove and we do need it, we can buy it then. But most of the stuff we're probably never going to use. Let's sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Let's donate it. Whatever it takes, let's just declutter, because this will help clear our mind. And for our New Year's resolutions for 2026, which is getting out of debt, getting an emergency fund, and, getting one step closer to achieving financial freedom, it starts here. So if you have a ton of stuff buried in your closet, sell it, get rid of it. We're going to be going over some New Year's resolutions, and I really want to hear yours. So definitely make sure to drop some down in the comment section below. Anywho, I wanted to read a couple of comments that people had left on that previous TikTok because I think they're useful and they're going to help us in this new year. The first one is, I feel like growing up poor ruined my adulthood. It's so hard to save money. The mentality of if I want it, I can give it to myself bankrupts me. And it's tough, especially growing up as a kid. If you were never taught financial education or understanding how to use money and that money is a tool, it's really tough because you get in this mentality and this mindset that if you have it, spend it. You don't think about saving some for the future or paying yourself first before you pay others. And I know it might feel like you're paying yourself first when you buy something nice for yourself, but that's not it. You're paying them. So by paying yourself first, you need to pay down your debt. You need to save money. You need to build an emergency fund. You need to invest in your future. Low-cost index funds, mutual funds, lots of things that we've gone over on this channel and we're going to be going over in videos this year. So if you haven't already subscribed, highly recommend you do so. Anyways, I'm super excited. 2026. Oh my gosh, so much reflecting to do on camera and off camera. Just the sheer amazement of where we've started from as of, January 1st, 2026, 1 full year of doing this YouTube channel, and we've nearly hit 100K subscribers. That's my New Year's resolution, to hit 100K subscribers and to try to change as many lives as I possibly can. I want you guys to be out of debt, as close to out of debt as possible, have that emergency fund, save up money, and to just feel what it feels like to be financially free. It's an awesome feeling, and we're all going to get there. I promise you. Comment your New Year's resolutions. If you have debt, comment on today's video how much debt you have, because at the end of the year, we're going to come back to it and see where we are today and where we are at the end of 2026, and to see how much we've accomplished. Decluttered 80% of my belongings and started Project Pan. I've never been so de-stressed. Yeah, I don't even know what Project Pan is. Maybe if you guys know what it is, you can clarify down below. But really, this is a good starting point. If some of you guys are all over the place, don't know where to start, I think the first place to start is where you live. Let's organize it. Let's declutter. Let's look in the back of our closet. Let's get rid of stuff. We're not going to rebuy new things, but we're going to clear it out, because if we're organized here, we're organized in here, which means we're going to be able to make more money, save more money, and invest more money. And money used to be time. And that's another crazy perspective, is when you look at all the stuff that you've accumulated, you traded your time to have that stuff. Is it worth it? That's what you need to think about. If it is, and everybody's different, okay. If it's not, well, it's time for change this year. Straight to Poshmark, I made literally $600 off clothes I was going to toss out. Yeah, Poshmark is awesome. Facebook Marketplace is awesome. Plato's Closet is awesome. If you guys need ideas to sell the stuff, eBay is awesome. Drop your questions down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. You guys in our community can answer each other as best as you can. We're going to all try to help each other this year.
Yo, between you and me, y'all not getting y'all mail on time. I'm just be honest with y'all, yo. Look at this. Come on, man. You're not getting your mail on time or whatever.
Gosh.
It's everywhere. We don't got the manpower. We don't got the staffing. You're not getting your mail. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look at all of this. Look at all of this. Look at that one. Look at that one. You see how it's falling over?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna just be honest with you. You're not getting your mail on time. Cause if I gotta deal with this, you gotta fucking wait. You heard?
The dude's actually going crazy looking at all that stuff. And I know it might seem like a lot, and I'm sure, in hindsight, it is a lot more than what it was 10, 15 years ago. But I want to try to give the benefit of the doubt. And just the way the world is changing, I don't remember the last time I really bought much stuff at stores like how maybe I used to or my parents used to 10, 15, 20 years ago. I do all my shopping online. It's easier. It's more convenient. I can get it in a day to 2 days. And as we're seeing this gradual shift, the stuff that I want, the tools that I want, the projects and things I want to do, when it comes to buying what I need, none of it's either in stores anymore or was never in stores to begin with. So I'm almost forced now to buy the stuff online. So I want to say, for the most part, it's okay, but there's definitely way more consumerism going on now than there was ever before. And it's insane. Anywho, I wanted to read a couple of comments that you guys had left on previous overconsumption and consumerism videos that we've made here on the channel. If you guys haven't seen those videos, highly recommend you check them out. And if you want to get featured in the next episode, definitely make sure to drop a comment down below. I work at a storage place, and it's crazy how much people spend each year to store their stuff they never look at again. That's what I'm talking about. So going back to the comment that I just made, that things are getting worse, but giving the benefit of the doubt, this is where I kind of need to correct myself, because the amount of I live in a fairly new area in Fort Myers, Florida, and I've seen new construction being built. But I've also, traveled a lot this year or last year, 2026, and I've seen a lot of new developments and new areas being constructed. And almost always I have seen tons of storage units being built. Just around my apartment complex, I've seen 3 to maybe 5 new storage units, storage places being built. And that is insane to me. That is crazy to me. I've driven down blocks and I've seen people have 2-car garages, park their 2 cars outside because their garage is filled with stuff that they've probably never used or seen in years. So it's crazy. And then a step past that is to now have to store stuff in storage units. It's insane. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place where storage units are actually useful, but I'd say 90% of it is just clutter and having stuff you don't need and you probably don't even know you have. So why waste paying money on it? You can't take it with you when we go away. You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell us how much debt you have?
I'm not in debt. I'm just paying things off.
What? That's genius. That is pure denial at its highest form. I'm not in debt. I'm just paying things off. I love it. That is the best way to start 2026. I'm not in debt. I'm just paying things off. Pure denial.
I'm not, I have medical bills that I'm paying off currently. So that's kind of what I've been working on.
What's the balance of the medical debt now?
I think the last time I checked was around between 4,500 and 5,000.
And how about you?
At this point, I think it's just my home that we bought. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so-
And same for your husband. Your husband has.
He has some medical debt, or not medical debt, but student loan debt. Yeah, dental school.
That's
But,
an expensive field as far as student loans go. What's left? Do you know?
I mean, big digits, like 6 digits.
Can you tell us about your personal finances? Like, how much debt do you have right now?
Right now, pretty minimal. Actually, I'd say somewhere right around 10 grand.
Okay. What kind?
Guys, is $10,000 in debt pretty minimal? I feel like that's a decent amount of money. I mean, maybe not by today's standards, but to me, 10 grand in the hole feels pretty scary. It really is sad that we've normalized having 5 to 6 figures worth of debt, and like that's totally okay and acceptable.
Debt is that?
Most of that's intentional debt. So I have a loan out on a vehicle right now. It's through that. It was a choice. I could have paid off the car in full, but I decided to just build some credit, have that loan going.
What do you need the credit for?
Just, hey, anything, buying a house.
Just never
taking
know
a
when you
loan.
might need
You
more
never
debt.
know.
So what's your plan to pay it off? Are you just going to make minimum payments?
Make minimum payments. Sometimes I make above, just kind of depends. I don't know. I guess I don't really put that much thought into it.
How much debt do you have?
Right now,
It infuriates me when I hear like cop-out excuse answers like that. I always hear it from so many people. Oh, I just took out the debt because I wanted to build my credit or blah, blah, blah. There are so many other ways to build your credit that doesn't involve going into the whole $10, $15, $60, $70,000 for a car. That shouldn't be a justification or a reason as to why you're doing it that way. I have nearly a perfect credit score. I think last time I checked it was like an 812, and I've never had a car loan. I've never had debt. I just pay off my credit card in full every single month, and that's it, and I'm fine. You don't need to go into tremendous amounts of debt to build your credit. And I already know some of you guys are going to go attacking me. Oh, well, you need different types of credit in order to get blah, 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 blah. I promise you, when it comes time when I buy my house, I don't think I'll have a problem getting a mortgage. And I'll walk through step by step what I did and how the process was when it comes time that I purchased my first home. And I'll show you that I did not need to go into debt or take out car loans in order to achieve it. Pay off your debt. Stop making excuses, especially in 2026.
down probably 20,000 to 25,000 for school. I take out about 5,000 a year.
What's your plan to pay off 25 grand?
That's a good question. I had no plans on paying it off, so.
What do you mean you have no plans to pay it? You're going to just die with it?
Yeah, but not with that.
How old are you?
I'm 22, bro, so I might be 77 with this still.
Can you tell us how much debt you currently have?
I never carry a balance on anything.
There's like zero thought going into it. Just, I don't care. It shouldn't be my responsibility. It's not my responsibility. They just gave it to me. So stupid them. It's going to catch up to you, and it's going to become a big problem at some point in your life, and you can't file Chapter 7 bankruptcy to pay off those student loans. So you better hope they don't start garnishing your wages when you start getting your first career job, because they're going to get their money one way or another.
Can you tell us how much debt you currently have?
I never carry a balance on anything for the last 30 years.
Okay, what advice would you give to young people out there who are about to go into debt? They have a bunch of debt. What do you say to those people?
Well, do you have to go into debt? What are you going into debt for? And
They
if
can't
you're
afford life.
Oh, you have to keep your expenses at the cost of life or below. If you
agree.
can't, go earn more money. Go get a union job. Go do an apprenticeship. Work 1.5 jobs until you're not in debt.
What did you do for work most of your life?
I've always been blue collar.
Speaking from a guy who literally is wearing a blue collar.
I love it. That is excellent advice. Honestly, I think the only reasonable debt that you should take out, what did that guy say previously, the debt that he purposely put himself into, would be a mortgage. And then there's a specific way to do that. But unexpected debt, I can understand. Medical debt, some people, you just can't control it. I'm not in debt. I'm paying things off. I love it. That's a classic. I should use that as the slogan for the channel. I'm not in debt. I'm just paying things off.
Go figure. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Don't dump it. Donate
would
it.
you look at this?
Donations
Just look
change lives. And it's literally in a landfill, and it's all getting dumped. It's entirely possible that the amount of access we have to the internet is making us mentally ill. It's not just entirely possible. It is the root cause to why most people are mentally ill in nearly every way, shape, or form. I 100% believe that, especially when it comes to why so many people are in debt, because now that we have access to the internet, everyone can see what everyone else is doing. People we don't even like, we're paying so much attention to, and those people might not even realize it. And humans are such social creatures, and they need to fit in. And because we have access to the internet now, people need to keep up with the Kardashians. They need to keep up with the Joneses, with their neighbors, with their friends, with their family. They want to fit in, and they don't want to feel left out. So it's causing us to become this crazy consumeristic society where people are blowing all of their money to keep up with the newest, latest, and greatest trends, the fast fashion, or their favorite influencers are doing.
You want to get that?
You have no idea. It's sold out online. Leave your phone at home.
What the heck is that?
You should get it.
I like this color. It's mine.
iPhone Pocket, this is what Apple is selling. Maybe it's an experiment that people will buy literally anything. It really does feel like that's an experiment. They're selling you a dirty colored sock for God knows how much Apple is going to upcharge that. And people will buy it. Unbelievable. A sock.
Don't hate me, but I got the iPhone Pocket. And before you tell me that it looks like a sock, I'm here to show you how practical it is for your iPhone. I couldn't decide on what color to get, so I did spend $800, but I got 3 colors. Here's the reveal. So I'm going to show you guys the purple one because this one is just so cute.
Anyone
you
see
just
the
take your iPhone and it's pretty self-explanatory.
orange man in the back?
It's a pocket for your iPhone. Let me know your guys' honest thoughts in the comment.
It's a pocket for your iPhone, as if I don't currently already have a pocket for my iPhone. Now Apple needs to sell me a pocket. Is this like some weird world we live in where they're going to sell pocketless pants to people and then we're going to create a problem and sell you the solution? Is Apple behind why women don't have pants with pockets so that they can sell you a pocket to put your phone in? Oh my gosh, how much is an iPhone Pocket? Why have I never heard of this? Apple's iPhone Pocket is a stretchy cloth phone holder that launched in late 2025 and costs between $150 and $230 for a sock? Oh boy, we've reached peak consumerism, my friends. There is no hope. This is how I see it. A thong. The real iPhone Pocket is not a sock. It looks like one, but it's not. I bet your car can't make any sounds. Holy capitalism. Stanley, Starbucks, and a Tesla. I would say it's not even capitalism. This is consumerism. This is insane. You have a car that quacks, your nails are done, Starbucks, and a Stanley Cup. Your identity is consumerism. You do not have your own identity or personality. It is entirely what the market, capitalist market, tells you your identity is going to be. Ugh. This is kind of sick. Oh my gosh. I might have to go back to TJ Maxx. I don't know. I don't remember it looking that terrible. I have at least $100,000 tool collection, but I'm a contractor. My tools make me a lot of money. Now, the reason I wanted to throw this comment in here, and I appreciate Daniel for leaving this, is because you can still buy nice stuff. You can still have like a collection of things, like if it's useful. You know what I'm saying? You kind of need to justify that with yourself. We've had videos in the past where we showed people's insane collections of stuff, and people were collecting like Squishmallows. They spent all of their hard-earned money on something that's totally worthless and has essentially no resale value. But if you're going to buy things that, you know, give you value, that retain their value, that kind of make you money, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's your business. Being a mechanic, you need to have tools. So if it costs $10K, $50K, or $100K, If it's making you that back and more, I say more power to you.
Hi, my name is Sierra. I am 18 and I am over $500,000 in debt. So come cook dinner with me and clean my kitchen while I talk about how I got here.
How is that
Okay,
possible?
so we're going to be making the trashiest Midwestern dinner, tater tot hot dish for my boyfriend because he won't eat the healthy food I ate. Okay, so let's talk about the first thing that got me started off having any debt in the first place. This year in May, I think it was, right before the summer, I purchased my dream car. And a little backstory actually first. So I've been working full-time since I was a sophomore in high school. So I did not go to school. I worked full-time and did online school while I was working. So I've been making a full-time income as a manager of a spa the whole time. So I was able to be in this position. A little bit of a side story for that. So with that being said, I ended up buying a 2025 Honda CR-V hybrid at the beginning of this year.
Oh, that's a first. Somebody's dream car is a Honda CR-V. Okay, cool, whatever.
And I will insert a picture of it here so we can kind of get an idea what it looks like. It would not let me insert a picture, so here's her right now. Don't mind the dirt. She doesn't get a car wash ever, but... And I'm going to be completely transparent because that's why you're watching, and I love when other people are. So I ended up paying, I think it was $49,000 after everything for that. So it was around $49,000. I don't remember what my down payment was, but I now owe, I think, like $23,000, $22,000 on it.
Imagine at 18 years old, if you put $49,000 in a low-cost index fund, how much that would be at 60 years old. You'd be a multimillionaire. But instead, she's spending all of her money on a new car because she can't buy used at 18. Why do you need a brand new car at 18 years old? You've only been working for 2 years too. Like, I don't think you understand the real world market at 18. Oh my gosh.
And my goal is to pay it off in the next few months, or at least by the next year it has to be paid off. So that is where the first amount of debt comes from, and that will hopefully be paid off soon. Good. But that's why I'm making this, to hold myself accountable and to make sure that it gets paid off. And I love watching these. Caleb guy has been all over my For You page, so it inspired me just to be transparent because everyone's life looks great, but it's really a bunch of debt. So forgot to video me skipping this in, but that is the debt for my car. So that is a small percentage of the $500,000 that I claimed. So the other big portion is going to come from this house. We just moved in and closed November 1st. So with that being said, I bought the house with my longtime boyfriend, so it is not on me, it is both of our loan. So the house...
Long-term boyfriend? You're 18 years old, and who in the right mind, how the heck did you get a $450,000 loan at 18 freaking years old on top of your $50,000 car? That makes zero sense. Like, I don't even think you can have a credit card until you're until you're 18. This makes no sense to me. She must have like a guarantor or a parent co-signed on all this, because none of this makes any sense.
Not that I wanted to share this information, but I guess we're being transparent. The house, after we put our down payment down and paid all the fees and whatever, it came out to $503 is what the loan amount was for. So we have a $500,000 loan under us for that, which we have a 30-year loan for that, and my goal is to get that paid off as fast as possible. So hopefully not in 30 years. If so, this is gonna be a long series I'm making for 30 years to pay off my house loan. And so with that being aired out now, that is the debt I'm dealing with and working on paying off. I am making a goal to post about it and be transparent about it because I feel like it's extremely realistic, and it's hard for other people to put themselves in, compare themselves to other people when it's literally all just a bunch of debt. Everyone is just in a ton of debt, and if you're not, congratulations, but the rest of us are. So this is just me personally.
She's 18.
What debt I have and what I'm working through. A lot of people wouldn't count their house as debt, I feel like, whenever anyone talks about it, but it is in fact debt. So follow if you want to see more of my debt payoff journey, as well as budgeting tips, tricks, and all of my little schemes that have got me where I am. And to everyone who's going to judge me for this, I don't care.
that got you to where you are. I want to be as far away from that as possible, and so should you guys. You should not be listening to any of her advice. You do not want to be in that position here. Nobody needs a house and a brand new car at 18 years old. When you're young, any of you 18, 19, 20, 25-year-olds that are watching my videos, do not listen to her at all. You should be using this time in your youth to save up as much money as you possibly can, get out of as much debt, because in these years, in your early teens, in your early 20s, those are the years where if you invest and grind as much and save and invest as much money as possible, it is going to snowball and become an insane amount of money when you are older. If you do what she does, you're going to be house poor and have $0 because all her money is going to interest. All her money is going to be going to home repairs. All of her money is going to be going to fixing her car. This is a terrible idea. Hey, so it is not realistic to buy a brand new $50,000 car and a brand new $500,000 house at 18 years old. Just saying. Yeah, it's freaking nuts. I don't understand who her mortgage broker was that sold her a house at 18 years old. None of that makes any sense. I don't think I've ever heard someone call a Honda CR-V their dream car. I thought my $5,000 debt was too much. I bought a house with my long-term boyfriend. Oh yeah, I didn't even remember that. Long-term at 18 years old. What is long-term? 3? 4 years? Were you dating in kindergarten? Like, I don't understand. 18 and over $500,000 in debt. That's a great way to set up the rest of your life. Oh my gosh. Sell the house. Sell the car.
Here's my hot take for you today. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. I think that Christmas has gotten so out of hand that we buy gifts for so many people. And if you can't afford it, don't spend the money. Last year, I didn't have a job. I did not work last Christmas. And so I had no income. So I barely bought any Christmas gifts. And let me tell you how nice that was. It was so nice. It was so nice to not have this long ass list of all these people buying gifts. I spend so much money on Christmas every year. So I literally said to myself, this year, I'm still in debt. So, circumstances have only changed of I have a job now, I have income coming in, but I don't want to spend all this money on gifts. So I don't want a bunch of people to buy me gifts. I'm not going to buy people gifts. There's like 3 people on my list that are getting gifts from me this year. And it's okay to say no. It's literally okay to say, let's not do Christmas. Let's not exchange gifts. Like, I'm not going to buy gifts. That's okay. Set that boundary because you don't need to be wasting all this money on spending money for Christmas. It's gotten out of hand. And if you're in debt and you're not in a good financial situation, don't. I highly recommend against it. I say you set a boundary. You don't need to spend the money and just be selective. At the end of the day, it's all about being selective on the people that you're buying for and how much you're spending on them. Don't go crazy and don't go into more.
I 100% agree. You should definitely not be going into debt to purchase gifts. You need to set a boundary and you need to make sure that you put yourself first and do what's best for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the only person you have. And you should definitely set a New Year's resolution this year to get out of debt. And not only that, you should be setting a New Year's resolution to tap that subscribe button down below, because we are so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. And when we do, we're going to be doing a very large giveaway that hopefully will help pay off somebody's debt or help make a dent towards somebody's debt. But let's keep going.
Friendly reminder, Christmas just one day. Bills every month. Save this reminder.
That's pretty good. Also, start buying presents in July. That's fair. We've made videos exposing the Black Friday, the Christmas insanity nonsense that we start to see on Amazon and stores. They start to artificially jack prices up in like August, September, October, and then they fake discount them right before Black Friday and the holiday season to artificially show that there's a discount, when in reality, the price is the same or higher than what it was months prior. Another friendly reminder, credit card debt ain't no joke. That's what I think she meant, not debit. Yeah, it's no joke at all. It's probably the worst possible type of debt that there is. And if you guys have questions about how to pay off your debt, you can let me know what debt you have down in the comments below, and I'll take a look at it and I'll pretend that it's my debt and I'll explain how I would get myself out of it.
Y'all, everyone's like, there's too much stuff in the aisles at TJ Maxx.
You can't even
I just came here for a pillowcase. I can't even get in. What the hell?
De-influencing you from holiday things at Marshall's. Are you telling me that you need to look like a reindeer every time you do your skincare routine? If you need new slippers, why not buy ones that you're going to wear all year round? These gems look like they would fall off so easily. How often would you use these special wine glasses or even remember to take them out? Your dog doesn't need a Christmas-themed toy that's going to be destroyed anyway.
Yeah, honestly, now that I start to think about it, if people follow this trend, which apparently they are, because, you know, the shelves wouldn't be packed, the aisles wouldn't be packed in TJ Maxx to the point that you can't walk through it with holiday seasonal junk, which FYI, they change out every single month. 4th of July, Christmas, Hanukkah, Halloween. If you actually followed this trend, then I understand why you need a storage locker, because the amount of stuff and trends you'd have to follow, constantly changing every single thing in your house, it's insanity. It's insane. No wonder you have no money. And then, not to mention, you have to keep buying new stuff every single year, because every single season they change the type of, I don't know, design that it's going to be. White Christmas, traditional Christmas, blue Christmas, red Christmas, just to keep you in an endless cycle of spending all your money. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what your New Year's resolution is down in the comments section below. And if you haven't seen my previous episode on consumerism and the insanity behind it, definitely make sure to check it out right after this. Peace.